the day. We'll start out with a reflection. Our reflection is, if you are working on something you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Next thing is our snapshot. We're going to review tomorrow's snapshot for the day. OR, we're kind of low. We only have 3 cases, 2 of which start at 7 a.m. So we have 2 teams that have volunteered to come in early and help with that. Endo has 7 cases and they're fully staffed for tomorrow. Cath Lab has 3 cases and they're fully staffed for tomorrow. There's 1 possible late case. IR also has 3 cases. We're going to send an OR nurse to orient to the IR process so that we can continue to provide that service and have more people that can do that. Dr. Parker's anesthesia, over for department needs. Continuing on that, the OR scheduler, we're going to flex her off. Gina? Yay. And Lynette's going to cover scheduling for us tomorrow. Thank you. Day surgery, we'll have 1 OR tech or maybe 2 over there helping you guys with the phones for day surgery and PACU. So we should be fully covered for tomorrow. Kudos for people in kudos section. Steve, thank you for covering my endo call last night because I was sick, so I'll give you kudos for that. And then again, thank you for everybody because we are in the 5th quarter. Quarter that we've been in the 92nd percentile and above for patient satisfaction scores. So y'all, great job. Be happy about that. We dipped a little bit this month at 88.9%, but there's only been a few surveys, so I expect that to go up. It usually dips and then comes back up, so I'm not too concerned about that. The next area is our growth, and we had an excellent May, just so everybody knows. Endo finished with their highest volume for 2017 at 194 cases, so you guys worked hard, good job. OR met their budgeted volume at 181 cases, so good job for that. Cath Lab had their all-time high for 2017 at 84 cases in May, so we really felt that volume. And that being said, moving on to productivity, you can see where our numbers, like I explained to you guys before, need to be between 95 and 105%. Day surgery was at 159.8, so that shows that we needed more staff over there. So this is really good for us to see, and Amy's working very hard to get more people and more SSP positions. And then PACU was at 103, so they're right in line where they needed to be. Surgery's at 96.7 for last pay period, and endo was at 97.8, so everybody met their targets, so that's awesome news. You guys worked really, really hard. On to quality and safety. You guys got kudos on our daily safety huddle that the quality department puts out. Outpatient surgery, a recent patient had these kind words to say. Everybody at the facility did a fabulous job, and I felt very well taken care of throughout the entire process. I thank you guys very much for the care you have given me. So that's awesome. And they also recognized radiology and diagnostic imaging and outpatient surgery for their patient satisfaction scores. So great job, y'all. Also under quality and safety, we're going to start with D&B question of the week. Just turn your camera that way. Yeah, we'll just turn the camera that way. D&B question of the week. How is the DNR status addressed for the peri-op patient? Who wants to answer that for me? Anyone? Okay, so we're going to have a weekly D&B question, and this one is, how is DNR status addressed for the patient? What do you do before you roll the patient back to the OR if they're a DNR? Anybody know?
The doctor and student doc has to address it and make a note to chart it.
Ding, 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 ding. Anybody got any candy or something to throw? Good job. So yes, that is correct. Right? Yeah, there you go. And then we've got specific PI performance improvement we're working on. The OR, we're starting to take pictures of specific procedure setups to improve the consistency of the cases and patient safety. Everybody does things a little different, so we started taking pictures of that so you can see the equipment and see what we need to be done, so everyone can kind of look. If you haven't been in a case for a while, that's going to help you out with that. So we should start seeing some more physician satisfaction when that's finished. PACU, patients held greater than 6 hours. The last quarter was actually 1 patient. That needs to be written up there. And then endo, completed post-op notes for May was at 93%, up 3% from the following month, so that's good. SPD, immediate use sterilization, is under 1%, so we'll keep it at that. We just have to continue monitoring our instrument sets to make sure that we don't have to flash anything. So we're doing well on that. And then the last area for ideas, we had an idea submitted for monogram scrubs for the surgeons with the Vintage logo, and we're getting a list of all the docs. As soon as I get that complete, we'll be getting them scrubs like the OR scrubs. They'll be monogrammed for them. So that was, Roland suggested that, so we're going to continue with that. And let's see, implement, there's nothing in there. Everything's moved down here. Dr. Ahmad had requested Arista versus Tacil. He's having some issues with Tacil. Arista is not on contract, but we did get approval to get a little bit in here till we work through that process. It has actually arrived, so we can move that to done. I'll stick that there. We needed a microwave, a new one for the doctor's lounge, and that is on order. The pediatric teddy bears have arrived with the CHI Vintage logo on them for our kiddos. The x-ray gowns have arrived in the OR. We needed those, and then the 4 black mats that the staff needed ordered, those extra mats are here and in the storage room. The extra lateral post for Dr. Blackwell's knee scopes, because our volume has increased, that has also arrived and in the storage room. And then under challenges, we need another CO2 for Endo Room 1. That is a capital item that I need to take to administration. And then reserve a room for same-day admits. That's also a bigger process that we'll have to move up the food chain so we can get that addressed. Repurpose, Dr. Ahmad also had on here Absorb-A-Tac back instead of Secure Strap. It's off contract. That's a bigger deal to work through, and we're not going to be able to do that, and I've already communicated that with him. Announcements. By now, evaluation should be well underway. The last day to get those completed is this Friday. If you've already had that, or if you haven't and you do get that done, as staff, you guys need to sign that, and then your manager needs to sign it for it to be complete. It needs to be done by Friday. And if your manager hasn't gotten to you yet, we will by the end of the week. Cath Lab number 2 is well underway as far as the project planning process. We met with the project management team, and we got some information back on that last night, so we're aggressively working to see what that's going to cost and how we can do that. It will also be an OR room that can function as an OR room. It's not going to be a true hybrid, but it will be a room that we can use for cases, so that's going to help us with our limited amount of space that we have back there. And then welcome to new employees. We have a new PRN anesthesia tech, Cal, and she's right over here, so welcome. This is her first week. And then we also have the 3 to 11 tech, Terry, that started, and he's not here, but he started, so you guys welcome him. And then other announcements, if you haven't seen your email, the Vintage Voice. The Vintage Voice has gone out by Roland. I think this goes out once a month. And then there's phone numbers for Biomed after hours and some other stuff on here. You guys take time to look at that. And that is it. Does anybody have any questions? Anything?
I do. The teddy bears, are they going to be given by the circulage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit of confusion with the teddy bears last week. I mean, patients got it. We were good. It was, they didn't know. So so they went up, above and gave them the teddy bear, but then I also came by with one. So I want to make sure that we are just very clear on like who's going to give that we know it's getting taken care of. I just don't want anybody falling through the cracks.
Either way, it can be, they're locked up in this office.
Okay.
Whoever can get access to them. We try to look at the day before and pull them out.
Okay.
Whatever you guys think. If you think that we should pull them out the day before and hand them to pre-op so you guys can get them out, that's fine too. We can kind of talk about that. And,
Okay.
Or just check with pre-op before, maybe to make sure they didn't grab one
Okay.
beforehand. So. Anybody else?
So we're giving theirs in pre-op.
We're giving them to the patients in pre-op, yes. We just need to make sure that they have them. The reason I said OR is because they're locked up back here, but it honestly doesn't matter. I don't think you guys think that'll work.
And then the Arista is strictly for Ahmad.
Yes, so the Arista is here, it's in my office, so we'll pull OR separate and talk about that process. It's only here for him at this moment because it is off contract. Anyone else? All right.
Will we begin the Arista for other doctors at
I
a
don't-
later date?
Maybe, maybe not. So we have to take that offline with OR, because I need to see who else is asking for it.
A
He
lot
was,
of them are asking.
Are they?
Dr. Ali asked this morning.
did he,
about-
okay. Did she try the other?
I
To seal.
guess
To seal.
she's tried it previously, but, she was just talking about the fact that we don't offer it here anymore in the South.
Okay. Okay. We'll take that offline too and talk about it on the OR side, what docs are wanting it, so I can take that up the food chain and see if we can just get it here, because it is a lot less complex than using that to seal, a lot. So, I just need a list of the docs that are asking for it, and then we'll kinda go from there. Anyone else? Good. All right, thanks y'all.
Thanks.
Until tomorrow.
Very good, very good.
Right.